The moment Chijioke's hand touched the ancient golden frame of the mirror, a chill swept through the shrine. Before he could even draw back, his reflection twisted. His eyes widened in terror as his body was pulled into the mirror's shimmery surface. No sound, no struggle, just instant oblivion. The remaining thieves froze, their eyes darting between each other and the cursed mirror. Panic gripped Inanna, the shadow, as he tried to run, but his feet seemed glued to the ground. The shrine's air thickened and a low, airy hum vibrated through the walls. One by one, each thief was swallowed, their bodies dissolving into the cursed mirror's hungry surface. Obinna, the village head's son, stood paralyzed with fear. He had warned them not to come, but now it was too late. As the mirror paused, a dark force wrapped around him, dragging him towards his doom. The shrine's silence was broken only by the soft whispers of the wind as the mirror consumed the last of them. The cursed mirror, an ancient relic, was said to have been brought to the shrine centuries ago by a wandering sorcerer. It was once a symbol of beauty, able to grant unimaginable wealth to anyone who gazed upon it. But greed and betrayal poisoned the shrine. The sorcerer, tricked by those he trusted, cursed the mirror by his dying breath, so that anyone who looked into it with impure intentions would be consumed by their own desires. Over time, the shrine became a place of fear, guarded by whispered tales of those who had vanished. The village elders, including Obinna's father, knew of the curse but kept its secret locked away to protect their people. They never imagined that a group of thieves, driven by greed, would one day stumble upon the shrine and awaken the curse. The 5 thieves were notorious in the village for their boldness and cruelty. Each had earned a dark reputation over the years. Chijioke, the ringleader, had stolen more livestock than anyone could count. His daring raids on traders' caravans had made him a legend, but his thirst for gold knew no bounds. Inanna, the shadow, was a master of kidnapping. He moved silently through the village, snatching children and adults alike, leaving their families desperate for ransom. Ekene, the brute, used his sheer strength to terrorize anyone who stood in his way. He had robbed the village marketplace, bullying the merchants into giving him whatever he wanted. Okechukwu, the trickster, was known for his cunning schemes, swindling villagers out of their hard-earned money with fake promises of wealth and fortune. Ikenna, the kidnapper, was feared for his violent nature. He not only stole but also kidnapped, holding his victim for ransom until their families were left destitute. These 5 had plagued the village for years, evading capture time and time again, but their greed led them to plan the ultimate crime, kidnapping Obinna, the village head's son, for ransom. Little did they know this would be their last heist. It was a quiet evening when Obinna was taken. The moonlight barely illuminated the village paths as the 5 thieves crept into the village head's compound. They had planned it perfectly. Inanna gagged and bound the young man before he could cry for help, and in the dead of night, they dragged him into the forest. When Obinna came to his consciousness, he was in their hideout. The thieves, gloating over their prize, began discussing the ransom they would demand from his father. But Obinna, sensing an opportunity, told them of the shrine and the wealth it supposedly held. "Why ask my father for ransom?" he said, his voice calm despite his fear. "When I can lead you to a treasure that will make you rich beyond your wildest dreams." The thieves were skeptical at first, but greed quickly overtook their doubts. They demanded that Obinna show them the way. He hesitated, knowing the danger that awaited them all, but he had no choice. They dragged him along, threatening his life if he did not comply. Days passed and the village grew restless. The village head, desperate to find his son, sent out a town crier with a promise of a reward for anyone who knew of Obinna's whereabouts. A woman who had seen the thieves taking Obinna, finally gathered the courage to speak up. She led the village head guards to the hideout, but it was empty. The thieves, along with Obinna, had already left for the shrine. Enraged and heartbroken, the village head summoned the chief priest to find out what had happened. Through his rituals, the priest discovered the truth. The thieves had taken Obinna to the cursed shrine, and none of them had returned. The village head, with a sad and shocked expression, asked the chief priest what could be done to save his son and the thieves. The chief priest said a ritual will have to be done in the next 3 days in front of the shrine, and if accepted, they will be released, but one of them will be sacrificed. The village head asked the chief priest who could that be, but he told him it was not revealed to him. On the 3rd day, the village gathered before the shrine for the final ritual. The chief priest, dressed in sacred robes, performed the incantation necessary to appease the spirit and release the souls trapped within the mirror. As the ritual reached its peak, a sign was given. The winds howled, the earth trembled, and the sky turned a deep red. It was done. Suddenly, the 5 thieves burst from the shrine, their faces twisted in terror. They were immediately seized by the village guards, but there was no sign of Obinna. The village head fell to his knees, his heart breaking as he realized his son had been the one sacrificed to the cursed mirror. Days later, after mourning his son, the village head made his final judgment. The 5 thieves who had caused his son's death were to be burned at the stake. The village gathered to witness the execution, a somber reminder of the dangers of greed and the price it could demand. The flames rose high into the sky as the thieves met their fate, and the village head, though heartbroken, found some measure of peace knowing that justice had been served. The cursed mirror remained in the shrine, a warning to all who sought to steal what was never theirs to take. So guys, this is how I'm going to be ending this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.